And just like that, guys, we've hit take profit on our trade idea. If you were following the videos in the last couple of days, you will know that we were talking about finding support on the 200 EMA and the moves back up to the 50 EMA, 50 SMA, and the breakout of our trend line here. And it's good to see that we have finally hit the take profit area for our BTC trade. Guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick, and today we are going to be jumping into the charts, taking a look at what's been going on with Bitcoin. Let's roll the intro and get right down into it. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Bitcoin video update. Here we have BTC paired up with USDT. We're on the 4-hour Binance chart. And as I was saying in that intro, we had our trade idea here from 2 days ago. We were looking for the move down to the 200 EMA. We did actually come down lower, turning our descending wedge into a parallel channel, and we did come down lower, but we didn't hit the stop loss idea. So for anyone who was kind of new to this video or new to the channel and hasn't seen this, basically we're talking about a move to the downside to the 200 EMA, stop loss down lower than the previous kind of lows that we were kind of experiencing, but not terribly too low. We had our stop loss set at 60,700 here, with an entry about 62,350, and then our TP up there at the 60. Where is that? Is $66,500. Okay, approximate risk reward ratio at 2.56. And as you can see, we did come down. We came down a little bit lower, did not hit stop loss, and then we moved all the way back up to the 50 EMA, 50 SMAs. So everything on our trade idea here has played out. So I'm now going to go ahead and delete this off and start talking about what I think is likely to happen next, because obviously we are still heading out towards our target here between 75 and 80K. This is a bigger, longer range target. This is the initial move, and we've had now that breakout with closures above our downward trend line here. Okay, but we are still technically in a lower high. We haven't breached this next high just yet. So what we're looking for here is to see if we can get a closed position above our swing high at $68,956. If we can do this, it's going to put us in a nice strong position for basically taking out that next big move. Now, the initial breakout that we've had here would have initialized or kind of started the full process of coming into a long. Now, potentially here with this closed candle, this would be an area where we would be thinking about going into a long position again after we had that take profit scenario. Here we have this kind of take profit area. Now, because we kind of had this happened overnight, we haven't seen this occur, we can of course take our current price position, so current price, stop loss back inside the downward trend line here. We want this nice and tight, and our take profit on this particular instance is going to be the previous swing high. It's going to be up here as well at 72,000. Risk reward ratio on this one will be 2.85, and kind of aligns with the thought process that we've had a breakout situation here. Now, obviously, this is still higher risk right now, simply because we have not breached that 68,956. So that's that white line coming through here. I do feel that if we were to wait for this, it's going to limit the amount of potential profit to the upside, and I want a nice tight stop loss. So for me, this will be my approach to it. I'll be looking for market entry at the point of recording this video, so approximately looking to enter here at this kind of $67,000 level, with our stop loss being set below our trend line, and I might just give that a little bit more room to breathe. Just coming down here a little bit deeper, and we'll probably look for around $64,500 on the stop loss, and our take profit, we're going to look at that slightly higher range at $72,500 approximately, somewhere here. This gives us a risk reward ratio just above 2.0, and that's going to be a great strong position for BTC to see this move to the upside. If it doesn't play out, we have limited risk here, because we do have a stop loss that is going to basically be just below that trend line, indicating that we are likely to see more downward pressure. So we don't want to be holding a position, so we want to take that stop loss, and we'll take the L on that one, and we'll look for the moves accordingly afterwards. So we want to make sure we've got a nice tight stop loss, and we've got good room to the upside. This great area for risk reward ratio about 2.0. Now, as I said many times before, I'm going to look for a risk reward ratio of about 1.5 or higher, and that basically means that I'm going to be getting $1.5 or $1.50 for every $1 of risk. In the example of our BTC chart here, we're going to be getting $2 for every $1 of risk. Okay, so if we're risking $100, then we're looking to make $200, right? And of course, that's without leverage, and it starts to multiply these accordingly, right? So if you're going to have, let's say, $100 with a 10x leverage, and obviously it's going to multiply things by 10x, right? So just bear that in mind. Now, of course, if I am to be trading, I'm going to be trading on BitGet. BitGet is my go-to platform when it comes to my leverage-based trades, right? There is an affiliate link in the description down below for BitGet. So if you haven't yet checked it out, I do urge you guys to do so. It's a fantastic platform that's very easy to use. It's a little bit more complicated than something like Coinbase or Crypto.com, for example. Those are more geared up to new users. This is slightly more advanced, but it is quite self-intuitive and easy to use once you kind of get into the swing of it. Now, there are some bonuses and rewards depending on how much you deposit and trade on the platform up for grabs when you sign up to BitGet. It's up to $30,000. Now, not all countries and jurisdictions are eligible, and there are terms and conditions associated with that, so do make sure you check the terms and conditions on the website. But I say, why not check it out? What have you got to lose? The link is in the description down below. Okay, guys, I just want to take a moment to talk about the BitGet wallet, which has now surpassed 20 million users worldwide. And on this occasion, BitGet have officially launched the BWB airdrop plan with over 50 million tokens on March 18th. There's a few things you need to understand about this. Basically, BWB will serve as the ecosystem token for the BitGet wallet platform, aiming to allow all BWB holders to unlock and share exclusive rights such as community governance, ecosystem, airdrops, and more dividends brought by the development of the BitGet wallet. Whether you are a new user to the BitGet wallet or an existing user of the wallet, or a user of mainstream wallets such as MetaMask, Uniswap, OKX wallet, etc., now is the time to open a BitGet wallet and claim your free BWB token airdrop. What are you waiting for? To qualify for the airdrop, there are a few things you have to consider. The initial BWB point airdrops, basically retroactive airdrop for BitGet wallet existing users. The BWB points are awarded based on comprehensive assessment of users' swap transactions, holdings, and participation in platform activities. Connect your wallet to the BitGet wallet app campaign page to receive these airdrops. There's a link to the BitGet exchange down below where you'll find additional links to the BitGet wallet as well. The airdrop rewards for active on-chain traders. So airdrop incentives are awarded to users who have completed swaps on prominent Web3 wallets such as MetaMask, Trust Wallet. So why not download the BitGet wallet app and import your wallet addresses to claim these airdrop points as well. Now, this is a fair airdrop for new users. New users who download the BitGet wallet app and create their first wallet during the campaign period will receive 50 BWB points. These points can be unlocked after users accumulate daily swap transactions totaling over $100 over any 3 days within the campaign period. But there's more. Earn more BWB points by completing tasks. So your eligible holdings will be determined via a random daily snapshot. BWB points will be airdropped the following day based on your holdings at the time of the snapshot. More details for that can be found on the website. And of course, if you are subscribed to their newsletter, then you'll have a lot of this information there as well. Swap transactions, every 100 USDT equivalent in swap transaction volumes earn 10 points, capped at 100 points daily, and the maximum swap volume entitled 4 points is 1,000 USDT. Any amount exceeding this will not be eligible for extra points. So guys, why not check out BitGet? The link is in the description down below, and why not check out the BitGet wallet and start claiming your airdrop today. So that's going to be my approach here for this move to the upside, right? We're going to be looking for this breakout situation. And we are, of course, still targeting out this higher range so we can have a trailing stop and follow this one higher if we need to. Ultimately, there is another breakout situation that could occur, which will be a closed position above the 50 SMA, which is the yellow line coming through here. At the moment, that is $67,906. So if you don't like the idea of having this one, this trade idea here, we could adjust this and actually look for a breakout of our trend line here. Close above that trend line, stop loss really tight below it, and then, of course, taking profit still in the same area. Your risk reward ratio becomes slightly higher. In this particular example, it would be 5.75. Okay, so I don't like the idea of doing that just yet. I think we're going to get this move to the upside anyway. But if we do take a look at our stochastic RSIs, they're not in the strongest position. So we are going to be looking for a bit of a cooling off as well. So whether we complete this entire move to the upside or whether we get rejection here is going to be the thing to be really cautious about. On our stochastic RSIs, if I bring that up here, you can see that we're heavily overbought and we are going to be looking for a price correction. Doesn't tell me how deep that's going to be, so we might want to hold off on the long positions until our 4-hour time frame is more favorable. On the 1 hour though, we are correcting down quite nicely, and that could actually mean that we have limited downside on the 1 hour time frame with maximum moves to the upside. So as you can kind of see here, this move to the upside could be something that we actually see play out on our 1 hour time frame, but we might have to come back down and find support on the hourly 50 EMA and 50 SMAs, which are currently coming in at 65k. That does mean that we might find ourselves with a retest of our trend line, giving us a much greater risk reward ratio should we hold off entering into a long position. Again, I'm going to leave it where we have it for now, but bear in mind that I do expect further moves to the downside before we start to see this next move to the upside. Okay, so I do think we are likely to see the move up, but beforehand, I expect us to come down just a fraction more. Now, let's take a look at the divergence indicator. The divergence indicator shows us whether or not there is divergence or a difference between the price action and the relative strength index. The relative strength index being the yellow line coming through here, showing momentum in price action. And for the most part, we haven't got any divergences. We've lifted up quite nicely on the 4-hour time frame, and there isn't anything to kind of be overly too concerned with. I'm just going to come down to the 1 hour time frame. You can see here we did have some bullish divergences on the 1 hour, and we are nice and high here on the relative strength index. Still looking for a little bit more before cooling off, but I do think we are likely to see a bit of a pull to the downside once we complete these next moves to the upside. So all in all, no divergences to be seen that are concerning. Our volume profiles are interesting. Let's bring back that price action. You can of course see as we've kind of hit this area of resistance, volume has dropped down, and beforehand volume was interesting. I'd say it has decreased a little bit as we've pushed back up, but we haven't yet gone higher than the previous swing highs. So I'd say volume is something to kind of be quite curious about and keep an eye on it. But for now, I'm not terribly too concerned. I think we might find brief rejection here on the 50 SMA, move back down to our trend line and find ourselves bouncing from there, taking up some of those higher ranges. So all in all is looking okay for Bitcoin here on the kind of 4-hour time frame. If I zoom out, of course, our target range on our slightly macro time frame is going to be the $75,000 to $80,000 range. That has not changed. So do expect some volatility on the journey to the upside there. I do expect us to hit this high before we kind of start to correct on down. If we breach down lower than the previous swing low, which is this one here at 60,775. If we do come down lower than that, that's going to basically be an indication that we have a lower probability of hitting the 75-80k new all-time high, and we'll probably move on down, lose the 60k and come down towards 50 before we move on up. So just be cautious that although I see the potential moves to 75 to 80k, if we do come down lower than 60, I'm going to rule that out as a possibility on the kind of medium timeframes. Okay guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. If you have found it useful, smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And why don't you check out this video right here, where JP is talking about the FMOC and what those interest rate hikes, cuts, and pauses might mean for BTC.